Walk in your trap and take over. Name another bitch that's cold. I just bought a brand new Rover. I don't even drive no more, I got a chauffeur. Took off, man, they asking me.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey, it's your girl Barbie. And I'm back with a life update. So let's pop champagne because after a long time, your girl has me back. I have to pop champagne. If only I see where this thing start from. Okay, I've seen it. I have to be fast because I have to go out in literally now. So welcome. So guys, today I'm just going to be doing a chit chat where I do this makeup and talk to you while I do this makeup and talk to you guys about my life recently. But as you can see, the makeup is done and I have to rush to get out of here. So see you guys in the next clip. Bye. This is my official intro. My official intro will be when I am fully ready. So I just finished coiling my hair. Coils are dropping, whatever. So my boyfriend's best friends is having a birthday celebration. So I have to get ready and I'm wearing my new nightie that I love. And I will be forced out of this nightwear because I don't want to pull it off my body. So I'm going to be getting ready and we'll basically be doing a life update because I don't think I've done a sit down like life update ever since I came to Poland and ever since my life changed. So I don't think I've done a life update. So that's what we are going to do today. So let's get ready. I'm going to just anything that comes into my mind, anything that pops into my mind, and yeah, let's go. So guys, I'm officially back. So to start my makeup, I'm going to use my primer. I'm sorry guys that I'll be looking here, but I'm looking at myself. So where do I start in my life updates? So as you all know, I moved my entire life. I moved out of my parents' house. That's what I'll call it. I moved out of my parents' house at 16. But basically not unwillingly, I had to move out to go to school. I made a TikTok video some days back on how I kind of grew up on my own, and that was like a confirmation. Like I had like a clash with my family that made me realize that basically I kind of grew up on my own. Like I grew up, I had my own values, I had my own thinking, not necessarily saying that that's a bad thing. It just means that, cohabiting with my parents will be hard for me. Not really hard because normally I go home for summers. But one thing you guys don't know is that most times when I go for summers, I've gone home for summer right from when I started medical school only twice. And the first time I went, I was severely depressed. 2018, I was severely depressed. I was going through a very severe depression in 2018. And then that was because of school, and I went home for a get away. So I'll try and list all the products I'm using. But this is the Luxvisage Prime Expert Filler. And now I'll be using the same brow Superfix. This is from the same brand to let my brows have that soapy brow effect. Okay. So let's just. So basically, what you guys don't know is, whenever I go home, 2018, I was severely depressed. And 2021, when I was not depressed, I was happy. I was not happy staying at home. I wanted to leave. Having to stay and for ever since I was 16, I'm the one that decides if I'm staying out at night or if I'm, decides my schedule. Going back to a structured Nigerian home is something that you know, kind of make like I was clashing with my parents on. And basically, like, that was hard. But yeah, I came back to school and I didn't really have to stay with them. But being away from them, and then we had a clash one time when I moved here, and then like we had a conversation about the fact that, you know, because of the fact that I didn't stay with them, my values differ. Like, there are things, you know, people would basically say like we don't do in a Nigerian home, but yeah, I've been doing that or whatever. So I'm using the Noel Art brow pencil mixed with the Relius and mixed with, and I use different brow pencils. It's just I need to get this black brow because that's what I'm going for. But my hair is kind of a light brown, so I might keep it in that direction or whatever. So yeah, so that was just the thing. So as I was saying, I have lived on my own since I was 16. 16, I moved out of Nigeria and I went to Belarus school. And I thought I was going to stay in a room with people, but as I was the last girl to arrive, I basically stayed alone. Then after that, I moved in with my friends. The living experience. Let me just say I didn't move out on the best terms. Then I found my best housemate ever, my best friend. We lived together for the last throughout till I graduated medical school. Best experience, best housemate. Like, I don't think we really had problems living together except like little hicks, but not really. Did you get? And I would always remember her for life as the best housemate I've ever had in my whole life and best friend. Like the best housemate and the best friend I've ever had in my whole life. So yeah, because of that, coming to Poland was really hard for me because I knew that I would have to revert back to my living alone situation, which I don't mind. It's a self choice. I like it. I prefer it. I don't trust people. I have problem. Like, I don't want like I don't want to mess with people like that because living with people and having problems with them is the worst type of fights that I don't want to put myself in that situation. I would not willingly carry my two legs, walk out, and put myself in a situation that I'm not comfortable with. So I refuse to be part of that community. So I prefer to live alone for my own sanctity, mental health, and everything. Okay? Well, then I say it. Nothing prepared me for working. Like, going to school was one thing, but working is a whole different ballgame entirely. Like, I feel like I don't even have time for myself. And you know, when school have like schedules that, you know, now I'm on break from school after my exams, but that doesn't happen when you're working because basically you're the one that picks your holidays. And let's talk about the fact of working a 9 to 5 as a Gen Z because people think that that is not a problem. But guys, it is really a problem. Like, the Gen Z mentality of not wanting to be working under somebody is real. Like, it's freaking real. And even if, like, I love the job I'm doing right now, I really want to work this job for like a while. I love the job I'm doing. It makes me happy. I look forward to going to the office every day. But you know, this Gen Z mentality of entrepreneurship is just knocking at my door. And you know, my friend and I were having this conversation. Like, we want to be rich, we want to be that girls, but you know, how do we do that and still do, like, how do we, I don't know how to explain it. How do we how do we work and still be, you know, that girl? So I have been binging. Like, when I mean binging, I mean binging on 95 girls content. Like, how do they balance it all? And the person that gives me the most hope is this YouTuber I've been following for a very long time, Shola Patron. Like, she inspires me that, 9 to 5 girls can do 9 to 5 and they can create content. 9 to 5 girls, can still have fun. In fact, they have the most fun because, you have holidays. You basically have to create the life that you want for yourself. I'm using the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer for my brows. Like, it's just that you have to create that life for yourself. And, I'm trying to see how that would be. So, life update is your girl has been working. Like, I have been getting the hang of, working. And I really don't want to quit making content because I've been making content for the past 5 years. And it's like my creative outlet and I love it. And I want to continue. It's just that now I am earning money. Like, let's talk about the fact that I'm earning money for the first time in my life for myself. Like, my parents aren't giving me money. Like, I can't tell you guys how happy I was this last month that I didn't have to ask my parents for money. Like, I didn't have to ask anyone for money to pay my rent. I could pay my rent on my own. Like, clap hands for me, guys. Like, I'm really proud of myself. And frankly, I don't ever want to go back. So that is the fact. Like, I want to keep having money, but how do I do that? With the mindset that, guys, I'm telling you, most content creators at my age, like, they are the same age as I am, and most of them are like billionaires, and even younger content creators that are way younger than I am, but they are billionaires. Like, how do you cope with that? And the pressure of going at your own pace, because there's a pressure. Even when people say, oh, don't worry, just do you don't have to follow the crowd. That's pressure on its own. Like, don't sit down there and tell me to do me when I don't even know what me is, basically. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, but I know it's making sense to someone. So yeah, talking about the fact that I started working and not having to ask my parents for money. Like, no one talks about the joy of financial freedom. Like, there is a different joy to it. Even though, like, basically, I've not, hacked the password of how I'm going to become a millionaire in this life. But, I know there's potential. I know that I just have to be a little bit more hardworking and strive for that. Okay? Yeah. What else has been going on in my life? Nothing. Like, there's nothing really, major going on in my life. It's just the little things, and I'm really happy. The main update is that I'm working, I moved countries, and yeah, I also wanted to talk about guys, this brows is sitting wow. Guys, now let's talk about the fact that my skin has been breaking out. Like, I don't know if it's the face wash. You know when they say that if your skin is smooth, leave it. I should have left my skin, but I'm dealing with hyperpigmentation and I can't leave it because I really want to get rid of my hyperpigmentation more than everything. So I'm using the Revolution concealer in C16. I'm going to use that as my foundation, but I'm going to mix it. So yeah, like, my skin has been breaking out so badly and I don't know why. I do not know why. I do not know what to do. Like, I don't know if it's the one. I probably know it's not the real Huda Beauty brand, but whatever, it works. Guys, be careful if you buy makeup from Nigeria because you know a bunch of them are not real. So you don't want to mix chemicals that you're not sure of on your face. So, and guys, the smell of this, if this is like, it's not because the water is not the same. But if Huda Beauty foundations are this perfumed, I have a problem with it. I've never tried it, but God, does this, like, the smell is like in your face, bitch. So guys, I hit 5 years on YouTube and it has been hitting me bad. Like, I don't know, but I feel like my content is really, I don't know, generic. Like, I don't even know. Because this living in Poland content, I feel it because when I was planning to come to this country, I was watching videos about living in Poland, and there were not much YouTubers that I saw talk about their experience. Like, I'll be watching living in Poland vlogs, and then pop up for me will be like living in UK. Like, there's so many content creators there, and moving to Europe. But I also like said, you know what? I am going to do that. Like, I'm going to be me for someone. I'm going to be the voice of reason because I will not lie. There's living in Poland, but I think the YouTuber, she lives in Lublin. I'm not really sure. I will not say what I'm doing. I can't remember at this point. But yeah, I was moving to Warsaw and I needed to see, like, you know, someone's life and what life looks like. And I was Googling, like, if you saw my TikTok searches that time, all you would see is moving to Poland, blacks in Poland, life in Poland, because it's something new that I was coming to see, like something that, you know, I had never, a place basically that I've never, you know, gone to before. Like, even before I traveled to Belarus, I remember that time, like, I didn't have a phone because, short story time, well, my parents, aka my mom, called me talking on the phone with a guy way older than me. This is my phone. The guy called my parents. Like, my dad called him and then he was like, hello. And his voice was so deep. My dad was so pissed. So they seized my phone. Yeah, so I did not have a phone. We were planning to come to this country. Planning to go to Belarus. So I used to use my dad's iPad to research on Belarus a lot. And then I didn't really see like content creators in Belarus as that then. So that was really hard for me. This country is so different from Belarus. Like, so different. Like, you guys will not understand me. It's only people that are in Belarus and people that have stayed in Belarus. Damn, this pin has gone off. And people that have stayed in Belarus that will understand me when I say that this country is so different from Belarus. Like, in Belarus, if you are not doing like a proper side hustle, you would not make money. But I'm telling you guys that in this Europe, there are ways to make money. Like, even if you don't have a job, there's like this side hustle that you can just like hustle. Basically, you'll be working for a factory. Although the job is really tedious, but you'll be working for a factory or in a factory, and in a month you can pull like $1,000. Like, that is really, really, like, imagine if we had that kind of option in Bella. Let me set my face and go to the eyeshadow. Brush. Okay, it's just straight. Like this. I'll put in my contour brush and literally like this. That fear and just, oh, I see this hair. Oh Lord, you cannot tell me that doing coils. Oh, so yeah, guys. So yeah, guys, make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe. I will try to be a little bit more consistent on here, and you know, anything for you guys. So yeah, anything for you guys. Bye.